Wait, I need... Alright, am I on? Am I on? Okay, I'm on. Hey guys, Harley here, Hey guys, Harley here, and today I am going to be reacting to two videos. This one is from Anime Balls Deep. It's called the real reason Tanjiro has a black Nishirin sword in Demon Slayer explained. Because when Tanjiro, because apparently the color of Tanjiro's sword is black, and we do not know what it means of all other colors, what it means. So let's do this. And then I'm gonna be reacting to another one. It's called Why Tanjiro is So Kind.
Finally, we are going balls deep into Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, which is one of the most favorite new animes for 2019. And so far, we are really...
He is right though. It is one of the newest animes in 2019.
Doing Demon Slayer content. So it's time for everyone to comment in the comment section below and let us know which topic and questions you want answered. To add to this, guys, as you know that Demon Slayer, being fairly new, doesn't have much support as the more mainstream animes. But thanks to our sponsors Amino, you lot can help build communities for any either on there to stay. We already posted a couple, and plus Amino is completely free. Make sure to check the link in the code and the black blade. I'm gonna have to put out a disclaimer that this video does contain slight spoilers here and there, but don't let that stop.
And I know you guys do not like spoilers, but I'm sorry, but I just want to tell you here and now, I don't care if I hear spoilers. Yeah, I literally don't care if there's spoilers or not.
As I'll be breaking things down and clearing a few things up. So you may be spoiled just a little bit, but it's probably worth it. Okay, so within the universe of this series, we are introduced to the concept of demons, who basically are evil mortal beings that kills and devour humans. In this world, they are real as it gets. These demons have the ability to change their body structure at any given time and have rapid regeneration when wounded. They can live for centuries, and the more humans they eat, the stronger they get. Some of the demons possess special abilities where they can perform blood demon arts, which are unique spells specific to each demon. Now with that said, the demons aren't actually a complete different race. In fact, all demons are known to be originally humans who ended up being infected and turned by the blood of the first demon, Muzan. I'm probably butchering.
Yeah, Muzan is pretty much who turned, because there's like 6 lower moons and 5 upper moons, and he killed 5 of the lower moons, and he killed 4 of them, and he kept one of them alive because the other lower moon was killed by Tanjiro. And I know, and we all know, because Nezuko, and as I think, Muzan, and since Nezuko was turned into a demon, Muzan was the one who killed Tanjiro's family.
His name, but so all demons are said to have come from the blood of Kibutsuji Muzan. However, this is still uncertain, as a demon named Tamayo is also capable of creating other demons as well.
Although that I heard in the anime, it took her 200 years to turn only one person.
Done with Yushiro. Now, usually when a human is transformed into a demon, they become very sadistic, and most of them lose their memories from the human life while directing a murderous instinct. However, when
but apparently Nezuko doesn't.
Finally killed, they begin to remember the life before they were turned into a demon. And the only way to truly kill a demon is either by exposing them to sunlight or cutting off their head using a special blade, which is utilized by an elite group known as the Demon Slaying Corps, who are basically an organization formed as a response to deal with these demons, where every member dedicates themselves to kill the demons, protecting humanity from them. This group has been around since ancient times, recruiting hundreds of members over the years.
Although demons are able to regrow limbs, their wounds heal almost instantly, and humans their wounds take slowly to heal, and they cannot regrow limbs.
However, they operate undercover from the government, as they are not openly acknowledged to the world. But in this video, we are going to be focusing on their weapon of choice and possibly one of their only means to slay the demons, the Nichiren Blade, which all demon slayers are given once they pass the final selection. And then as I say, okay.
Muzan sent 2 assassins to try and take Tanjiro, since Tanjiro actually has Hanafuda earrings, and Muzan was actually almost killed by a person with Hanafuda earrings, just like Tanjiro. So I think Tanjiro's father. Okay, I think Tanjiro's father was actually the one who almost killed Muzan.
Also explain the meaning behind the black blade that Tanjiro possesses. Okay, so we initially learn about these blades in chapter 6 of the manga from Uro Kodaki, who gives Tanjiro his first Nichiren blade to use for the final selection. However, the one he gives Tanjiro seems to be the basic Nichiren blade and not specifically handpicked for him. After Tanjiro...
Okay, what is happening? Oh.
Baixe o iFood, usa o meu cupom GANHEI.
iFood delivery.
Você compra e parte do dinheiro.
Or Magazine Luiza.
Volta pra você.
Okay, imagine if this happens. You just pull a bunch of money out of your phone.
Baixe agora.
That would be really cool. You would be rich if that actually happened.
We learned that every successful candidate picks their own alloy, which is sent to an assigned swordsmith to work on the metal, forging it into a demon-slaying sword. From the looks
now
of it,
please
the
select an ore
like
for the sequel of the sword.
But each of them have
That
their
will
own special
annihilate
properties.
demons and
Like the
protect
Nichiren
you.
blades are the only known weapon capable of killing a demon after decapitating them. This is because the Nichiren blades are made using materials that were constantly bathing in sunlight throughout the year.
Oh, so the mountain materials are from Sunlight Mountain and bathed in sunlight all year round. Oh, so Nichiren blades are actually have a little bit of sunlight in them. Kind of. At least that's what I think, and that's how it kills them. Crap!
Specifically the Scarlet Crimson Iron Sand and the Scarlet Crimson Ore, where they are found on Sunlight Mountain. And as the name suggests, that's a mountain that has a very high exposure to the sun. This is actually where the name of the sword comes from, as Nichiren literally means Japanese wheel, which refers to the sun, and in other cases...
So Nichiren means sun. So that means, if it was in English, it's called a sun blade instead of a Nichiren blade.
Sunshine. So the Nichiren blade is technically a representation of the power of the sun in a sword. This explains why these swords are very effective in killing the demons, as the...
Okay, so now you get it. So pretty much the blades are kind of... Okay, pretty much is the sun, but in the power of a sword. And that's how it kills demons. Because I was like, how can a sword kill demons? Because demons can't be killed by anything.
Demons perish in the sight of the sun, and because of this, the effects of the sun to the demons is replicated when the Nichiren sword is used to cut them. This understanding is very important, as later in the series, by the way,
because if you kick or use an axe or use just a normal sword on a demon, it will never work. Not even exploding it will work. Exploding it.
As logically, if the sun cannot kill him, then the Nichiren blade shouldn't have any effect either, as the Nichiren blade would act as a normal sword. I also want to talk about what this means for Tanjiro's sister Nezuko, but we will save that for another video. If you manga readers know what I mean, then smash that like button and let me know if you really want me to cover that in the comment section below. Coming back to the Nichiren blades, even though they are exceptionally
because Nezuko can't really kill demons, because the demon that she was fighting, the demon had to say Muzan's name, and if anyone says Muzan's name, well, any demons of the lower moons or upper moons, Muzan will like activate something and it kills them.
They are important members to the Demon Slaying Corps. While the Demon Slayers go into the front line and actual combat, the Swordsmiths works behind the scenes. Without their involvement, the Demon Slayers don't have much chance.
He just sliced all her arms off.
This, all of the Swordsmiths are located in a hidden village to protect them from being targeted. That's how important the Swordsmiths are.
Did you really have to do a Naruto reference?
The Demon Slaying Corps knows the location.
I will guide you to the village since Odakata-sama gave us permission. Hello there.
Village, and to get access to this village, it has to be approved by the leader of the corps, Ubuyashiki Kaguya. I probably butchered his name too. Now once the Demon
Yeah,
Slayer's
he's the
access
leader
is
of the
approved,
Demon
they
Slayer
get transported
Corps.
by a specific squad
Pretty
to
much
the village.
means he's
This
the boss
squad is
of
pretty
every
much like
Demon
ninjas.
Slayer in the
They go
world.
through extensive measures to secure the location of the village, and if the location of the village is exposed, the swordsmith would have to relocate as soon as they can. That's the type of life these guys live. Now, the village itself is governed by the village chief, who is known to be the best swordsmith around. The rest of the citizens are either
And maybe the
swordsmiths,
spells in this
potential
village, but
swordsmiths, or just pretty much families of swordsmiths. So yeah, it's a swordsmith's village. But coming back to the
there's a
Nichiren
bunch
blades, we
of
now
breathing
know what the
forms
Nichiren
too.
blades are
You can
and
even
how they are
choose
made.
them.
But
There's
there
either
is one
fire
more
breathing,
thing
wind
that is special
breathing,
about these swords.
or
Although
water
the Nichiren
breathing.
blade is the
But
name
that's
for the
the only
sword
ones I
used by the
know.
demon killing corps, they are also given another name and referred to as the blade of color change, and in the anime, the color changing swords. This is because the blade changes colors depending on who wields it. As a result, each blade is different and has unique properties depending on its owner. So, you guys are probably like, so what, anime balls deep? The Nichiren blade changes colors depending on the users, but what does this even mean? Well, apart from being completely unique to the users, it also allows special attacks and styles to be used efficiently by the user. For
Oh!
example, within the Demon Slaying Corps, most of the members adopt fighting styles and sword techniques to have a better chance in fighting the demons. Like, these guys are humans, right? And they have to fight demons who are pretty much, superhuman. The most common techniques
True.
used by the Demon Slayers are breathing styles or breath styles.
Yeah. Tanjiro's style is his second form. Second water breathing is water wheel, which I do not even know what that has to do with anything.
But also increase the human's limits.
Water breathing, second form, water wheel. And also, you guys, I have watched the whole Demon Slayer series, so I've been knowing a lot.
Well, usually the color of
Just
the
wait
sword
for
would
the new
correspond
movie
with
in
the
season
user's
season
personality
2 of
and that
it.
style to accommodate and strengthen the practice of their style. Couple of known colors of blades are blue, which Yomioka Giyu has. This corresponds with his water breath style. Then yellow, which Agatsuma Zenitsu has, again corresponding with his...
Yeah, Zenitsu has a yellow sword. Giyu Tomioka has a blue sword, and he has thunder breathing. Although Zenitsu only has one thunder breathing form, and that's thunder, and apparently it's called thunderclap.
Lightning breath style. Then there is white. Yes, a white or foggy colored blade, which Tokito Muichiro has, corresponding with his Miss Fog style. And then there is different colors like grey representing rock, green representing wind, and red representing flame. It is also suggested that the level of the color reflects the personality of the user, as Zenitsu's blade isn't fully covered by the yellow color. This may be because of his uncertainty of his own ability and his dormant power being inside. But guys, there is one color that I haven't spoken about, and that is black. The color which our main protagonist ended up with. The black blade. Now, black blades are actually extremely rare. So rare that not much is known about them yet.
I should have said this in the beginning of the video, because when I first saw the episode when Tanjiro got a sword, it is actually because black is the rarest color that you can get on your sword.
Master Urokodaki even states that since not many people ended up with black blades, little is known about them. So little, in fact, black blades are said to be wielded by swordsmen who will never go far. It's not clear whether this means that they will not live a full life or if they can only go so far when it comes to their skills and abilities. However, the black blade is also said to symbolize a deep and tragic life and represents a person who has yet
And Tanjiro's family was killed.
to find himself.
So I guess
But
that's
because not much is known about this blade and not much is told even in the
Damn,
manga,
Mythical
we are
just
going to
punched
go
that demon in the
deep
claw.
into our own theory. In chapter 9 and episode 5, Tanjiro's swordsmith expected him to get the color of bright crimson red because of him being a child of burning crimson, indicating heritage and personality and other traits matters when it comes to the color of your blade. And if you go by breath styles, we would expect that Tanjiro to obtain a blue blade as he studied under the water breath style. However,
Yeah,
as we
it's
know,
kinda
Tanjiro
weird.
ended up with a black blade. This style seems like it's either the absence or complete absorption of visible light. So what this means is that the black black blade absorbs every color wavelength from the spectrum. In a weird way, one can say that the black blade can represent every breath style, and if Tanjiro is a user of the original breath, this makes it more understandable why his blade...
So you're telling me that he can like use every styles at once? That's gotta be so freaking OP. That's gotta be really overpowered. Anyways, I think that's probably it for this video. Anyways, we're gonna be reacting to what Tanjiro's kindness means in Demon Slayer, which is why
When I
Tanjiro's...
first watched Demon Slayer, the story didn't feel like anything I hadn't seen before, and usually that's not something I have a problem with, but in this case, I couldn't find myself connecting to the characters. While there's no denying that Nezuko is adorable and a pleasure to watch whenever she's on screen, her dangerous nature and lack of a conscious mind kind of relegated her to the background, because she's a plot device. So with that, I was just left with Tanjiro. I understood that Tanjiro was a kind older brother that was just trying to do his best amongst his tragic circumstances, but that was it. There's been tons of bland anime protagonists whose only standout trait is that they're kind. So at first, I wasn't really sure what made Tanjiro any different. But once the other supporting characters were introduced, that's when I understood that I actually understood nothing at all. Nothing. What sets Tanjiro apart is that his kindness truly feels authentic, but this is most accentuated by his interactions with Zenitsu and Inosuke, specifically in the episode where they go to the Wisteria Inn together. This is the first time in the series that you can see Tanjiro have a moment of levity and just be himself around other people outside of his family. And almost naturally, Tanjiro fits right in as the balance between these two crazy, lovable idiots, and the dynamic that they form is truly a blast to watch. Even though Tanjiro spends most of the time reprimanding them and keeping them in line, he never actually gets mad at them. In a way, he treats them like they're his younger siblings. One of the best examples of this is when Inosuke brazenly takes Tanjiro's food and eats it in front of him, and Tanjiro's response is to gladly offer him the rest. It's in this moment that you can see that there's a certain warmth and generosity in the way Tanjiro treats them that can only be defined as that of an older brother. This is when I realized how much being an older brother defines Tanjiro's character and his kind disposition. From early on in life, he learned, as most older siblings do, that it's not just about what he wanted, but about looking after his family, setting an example for his younger siblings, and being a second parent when his father wasn't around anymore. Having to play this role molded Tanjiro to develop a sense of duty, sacrifice, and conformity. Being there for his younger siblings became his responsibility. So imagine how it felt when he failed to be there, stripped of the chance to even lift a finger to protect his family. The weight on his shoulders must have felt unbearable, to the point that it would have driven any sane person over the edge, to be consumed by despair and eventually filled with hate for the one who did it. But somehow, Tanjiro is able to retain his sense of self, his gentle compassion. This is only possible because of his younger sister Nezuko, who despite having become a demon is the one link to his humanity and what keeps him going forward in the darkness.
But
Nezuko's continued existence allows him to keep being the only thing his family ever entrusted him to be, which is a good older brother. This allows the story to be less about revenge and more about finding salvation, and not just for Nezuko's condition, but for all of the people that have been hurt by demons, including the demons themselves. Throughout the show, we get so many scenes focusing on the suffering that demons experience in their past lives, not really to justify their actions, but just as a reminder that they were once human too. And from the beginning, I wondered why the author chose to portray the demons as being originally human as opposed to just being purely supernatural beings. And then that's when I realized that the demons are...
Because they're not born supernatural beings. Because they had past lives where their lives were really sad.
Supposed to be a metaphor for the entire human race, representing the darkest parts of ourselves and how evil we can become. And having hunters that view the demons' lives as filth rather than a tragedy only serves to breed hatred and self-righteousness. That's why Tanjiro's compassionate demeanor towards them is so important and valuable. Without any hesitation, he extends a hand out to console a dying demon. The truth Demon Slayer is trying to get at is that the most powerful weapon one can wield is not a blade that can destroy demons, but rather kindness. After all, it goes to great lengths to show us that we're all just one bad day away from becoming demons too, as we saw with the demon Kogai, who really just wanted someone to appreciate his writing, or with the demon Rui, who just wanted to apologize to his parents. In the show's eyes, real demons...
Because Urokodaki really wants someone to like his writing, and Rui just wants to have a normal family, because in Rui's life when he was human, he had a really unhealthy body. He couldn't run. Even walking was a struggle for him. But then Muzan and turned him into a demon. He had a healthy body, although he still had to consume humans. And when his mother said his last dying words, he said, "I'm sorry I couldn't give you a nice healthy body." And And when I first saw that, I actually cried.
Don't actually exist
I'm actually
because the
gonna cry
demons
right
are us.
now.
What greater enemy is there than humanity itself? The point that it's trying to make is that kindness requires looking past your own personal grief and misfortune in order to extend your hand out to those that are suffering. Because in life, suffering is common. We all suffer. That's why the cruelest thing you can do is inflict suffering on someone else, knowing that you yourself are a victim to it. And the mark of true kindness comes in alleviating someone's suffering in spite of your own, even if for just a moment. Because none of us can escape suffering, but that doesn't strip us of the capacity of helping each other through it, giving each other hope, or just letting each other know that we belong. Kindness is the most powerful weapon, but at the same time the most difficult to wield when emotions like hate and selfishness come so easily. Villainizing and justifying is just
I would literally, yeah, this is literally what I would be. This was literally what I would be if, like, that.
another excuse. But to try to understand one another, that takes strength. Strength that Tanjiro had to gain. At the start, Urokudaki calls him slow and indecisive because he's too kind. It's not kindness, it's softness. Softness is innate. We're all born soft. Kindness, on the other hand, is a choice that can only be seen in our actions. At the start, Tanjiro's just a boy filled with desperation to save his sister, but doesn't know what he has to sacrifice to make that happen. Later, when he becomes a man in Sabito's eyes, he still bears the same compassion, but this time he has resolve.
That is true,
Resolve
though.
is a distinguishing factor between a victim and a warrior. He still possesses that same kindness of an older brother that came from a warm family, but now he can actually do something with it. Meaning that no matter how kind-hearted he is, or how much he doesn't like to hurt others, he'll clench his fist and bravely charge forward to protect what he believes is right, while still never letting himself believe he's above his opponent's suffering. That takes strength. That's kindness. Part of being the oldest sibling is often being the unsung hero in the family. Without much of a choice, you bear the brunt of your parents' expectations so that the younger ones can be free to live their lives the way they want. However, you learn to embrace it because getting to see your siblings grow and live a life that they chose is worth the cost. That's why for all the other siblings he failed, Tanjiro will do anything to make sure Nezuko gets a chance to choose her path in life, even if it costs him his. Because that's just what it means to be an older brother. You look out for your family regardless if you ever get a thank you. Your thank you is their well-being. Being the youngest in my family, it wasn't until I was able to see myself in Inosuke and Zenitsu that I was able to appreciate Tanjiro's selfless nature. And the fact that he was so understanding of other people's hardships without ever making it about his own really reminded me of the times my older siblings have gone out of their way for me without as much as a complaint, even though I never really understood it. It's easy to go through life taking kindness for granted because receiving it is easy.
I really
Giving
hope
it
you guys
requires
learned
effort.
something
How
from
much
this
effort?
video, because
Well,
I
what
do.
I've learned from Tanjiro and the demons he's faced is that the greatest gift you can give to someone isn't really a grand gesture, but just showing them that you care. Hey guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you want to share what your favorite part about Demon Slayer is or what you thought of the video, let me know in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel and want to stick around for more upcoming videos, then hit that subscribe button and ring the bell next to it to turn on notifications. And as always, you can reach out to me on Twitter or Discord. The links are in the description below. Besides that, I'm Onimaru, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
This is really, that was really sad. Oh my, I'm literally shedding tears right now. I'm actually about to cry. This is really sad. This is sad and happy. This is actually making me learn something, I guess. Because if this was the Demon Slayer world, like after you seen this video and then the world becomes the Demon Slayer world, then you should do something like this. If you ever have friends and you should do this to your friend and then treat them like they're your like they're your relatives or siblings. That is really sad. Anyways, that has been it for this video, everyone. I will see you all next time. Bye.